Hi, everyone, and welcome to KREM 2 News at noon. It is good to see you. I'm Laura Papetti, and we do begin with some breaking news. This is coming from a Georgia jury. They have reached a verdict in the trial of 3 white men accused of murdering Ahmaud Arbery last year. The jury found Travis McMichael guilty on all 9 counts. Gregory McMichael was found guilty on all counts but 1, and the jury did find William Bryan guilty on 6 of the 9 counts. Both Travis and Gregory McMichael did chase Arbery with a gun in an effort to make a citizen's arrest, believing that he had committed a crime.
You can't make a citizen's arrest because someone's running down the street and you have no idea what crime they have committed that day.
The 3 defendants now are facing life in prison. All right, we'll certainly continue to update you on that story. In the meantime, we're going to bring it back home here locally as we take a live look over Riverfront Park. Just 1 minute past noon right now. A little bit gray out there, and you can see the cloud cover. Meteorologist Jeremy Legou has your very first look at weather today.
Well, we've got a little bit of cloud cover as we head through the day, and that cloud cover is going to tend to keep us a bit cooler, but in some areas that's clouds down on the ground. Keep in mind, fog is basically a stratus cloud down on the ground, and that is what we are going to see in parts of the region as we head through the day. Been seeing it through much of the morning out in Airway Heights and along parts of Interstate 90 up and over Lookout Pass and Snoqualmie Pass. It's come and gone, and basically in those usual suspect kind of areas. By this afternoon, temperatures climb into the mid-30s, so we do get above freezing and then stay there. Even as the sun goes down tonight, it takes quite a while for those temperatures to cool thanks to all of that cloud cover. So I think really driving this afternoon, you're good to go. When it comes to the cloud cover, it gets thicker later today, and that's really about the extent of it until we get into the day tomorrow. So notice this afternoon, thick clouds, and then by tomorrow, it's a push of moisture early on in the day that gives us a couple isolated kind of scattered showers, some of those snow, some of those a bit of a wintry mix. Don't really expect accumulation out of them. The big push of moisture comes later in the day, and by then temperatures are on the rise, and even Friday morning looks like it'll be more rain than snow across much of the inland northwest. But stick around, because coming up I'm going to talk more travel days and why I think you're going to want to prepare for both a little bit of cold and a little bit of rain in the days to come.
All right, my friend, thank you. And people are flying again. The TSA anticipating a very busy holiday season. About 2 million passengers are expected to fly each day. That's each day through Thanksgiving. So we sent KREM 2's Nicole Hernandez out to the Spokane International Airport to check on that holiday rush.
Tim, yeah, so right now we are in the A and B concourse, but we also took a look at the C concourse as well, and both are much more calm than they were early this morning, which is good news for travelers. Not nearly the wait times that we were seeing early this morning, but we are seeing some departures that are delayed this morning. So I want to go over those with you. We do have one delayed going to Los Angeles, one going to Seattle, one going to Phoenix, and one going to Salt Lake City. We also have some arrivals delayed, so if you're picking anyone up, that Salt Lake City flight coming in from Salt Lake City is delayed, and we had an Atlanta, Georgia flight as well that was delayed, but they're in air now. So definitely, if you're getting up and getting ready to travel this morning, make sure that you're checking your status of your flights and getting here early in case we see another surge of those long waits for those security lines. So take a look at your screen here. We're going to compare what the Spokane International Airport looks like, and I'll let you show them just kind of how empty it is in here so that we can compare that to what we're seeing over in Seattle right now. So of course, on the right side of your screen, GEG. On the left side of your screen, Seattle-Tacoma International Airport. Both airports expect the busiest times to be from 6 to 11 this morning and 2 to 4 this afternoon. Here in Spokane, they're asking people to come an hour and a half before your flight. At SeaTac, they're asking for 2 hours to be there before your flight. SeaTac Airport expects 1.5 million passengers to pass through over the next several days. Officials say the goal is to keep security wait times at 20 minutes or less. Now, the video you're seeing now is actually video from earlier this morning when we saw excessively long lines here at the Spokane International Airport, longer than we've seen the past few years on the Wednesday before Thanksgiving. People waiting for some time here to get through security, but they said it actually didn't take too long compared to how long the lines look. So take a listen to this passenger.
We've been in this line for just about 23 minutes so far, so it's making pretty good headway.
Good.
Yeah.
How early did you get to the airport?
An hour. We're here an hour early.
Here's my message to everybody. Get the TSA pre-check because I'm going to get it next time.
Now, we were talking to some airport workers, and they said that morning rush in particular is the hardest for them. They have to delay some flights to wait for passengers that are still waiting to get through security. So they really do ask that you get here early for your flight so you don't impede other travelers as well. And just as a reminder, make sure that you're bringing your mask with you. You do have to wear a mask in the airport and on the planes at all times. Live in Spokane, I'm Nicole Hernandez.
Nicole, appreciate that update. The Thanksgiving rush is on, and as we've been talking about, today will be one of the busiest travel days throughout the state and, of course, throughout the country. AAA predicting about 87% of Washingtonians will hit the road this week. That's 9% more than last year. So let's take a look at the best and worst times to get out there and travel. If you're heading west towards Seattle over Snoqualmie Pass, the best time to leave really was in the morning before 10 o'clock. So kind of missed that window this morning. The busiest on the road is expected to be from 1 to 2 in the afternoon. So you might be able to try to mitigate around that. Traffic will clear out this evening starting around 7 o'clock. And if you're heading west tomorrow on Thanksgiving, the roads will actually be pretty clear in terms of traffic. Traffic will be moderately busy, they expect, from 9 until about noon. WashDOT wants to remind drivers to go slow and follow those chain requirements to keep people safe and to keep those roads open. All right, so here are some other stories we are tracking for you at this noon hour. We learned from Spokane Public Schools that some staff members and the principal of Finch Elementary School decided not to follow the governor's mask mandate. So Spokane Public School releasing a statement to parents confirming what happened, explaining that although they understand varying viewpoints regarding masks, the district is required to follow the mandate. KREM 2 called the principal, but he declined to comment on this situation. So if you need to show proof of COVID vaccination before you go to a large event in Washington state, it is actually now easier than ever. The Washington Department of Health officially launched its WA Verify page. This allows people to sign up for a digital vaccine record, which includes a QR code. Businesses can then scan the code to verify vaccination status. And Spokane firefighters are asking for $500,000 in overtime pay, and the mayor is asking for an audit. Overtime increased due to firefighters using their sick time as the statewide vaccine mandate approached. The mayor is asking for a forensic audit to check if proper leave practices were indeed followed, which cost the city double the normal amount. The audit is expected to take several weeks to complete once it is approved and begins.